Hello and welcome to Longship Gaming. Today we're playing some Marvel Champions. It's going to be the brand new, well, relatively new. It's been a couple of weeks since it's been out, but Angel. Part of the X-Force block with Next Evolution. So it's nice to have a new hero on the table. I also, having played Psylocke with her precon, I decided to do the same with Angel. Something I don't usually do. I usually go on to the Marvel Champions database and have a look at some curated decks there, but I figured, I had heard that Psylocke's deck was pretty good right out of the box, so we'll see if Angel can do the same thing. And I had a quick look through the deck. I'll go over it in a minute, but it does seem pretty solid overall. So, it is a protection deck, so we have for our protection allies, Elixir, cost of 4, pretty expensive, thwart of 1, attack of 1, can only play if you're X-Force or X-Men, 3 health, response after Elixir attacks or thwarts, heal 1 damage to another friendly character, which is okay. Siren, again, cost 4, 2 thwart, 2 attack, response after Siren attacks, stun a minion, and 3 health. Warpath also cost 4. Thwart of 2, attack of 2, toughness. Aerial as well. Interesting. I don't know too much about Warpath, but I didn't think he could fly. Anyway, after Warpath defends against an attack, play an event with a hero action ability from your hand paying its cost. That's interesting. For our events, we have 3 copies of Aerial Intervention, a 0-cost event. Interrupt, when a character would take any amount of damage from an attack, exhaust an aerial character you control, prevent 3 of that damage. 3 copies of Ever Vigilant, so it's a reprint just with new art. Taunt, 1-cost event. Hero action, the villain attacks you. Other characters cannot defend against this attack. Draw 3 cards. Interesting. For our upgrades, we have 3 copies of a Containment Strategy, which is a tactic. Max 1 per side scheme. So attaches to a non-permanent side scheme. Response after a hero defends against an attack, remove 1 threat from attached scheme, 2 threat instead if the hero took no damage from that attack. Interesting. So it's not just a one-shot, it keeps happening until all the threat's gone off that side scheme. 3 copies of that. We have Angel's Airy. It's a 1-cost support. Response, after you defend against an attack, place 1 fatigue counter here. Alter ego action, remove each fatigue counter from here. Heal 1 damage from your identity for each fatigue counter removed that way. Interesting. And we have a new player side scheme, render medical aid. When defeated, each player heals a total of 5 damage from among characters they control. That's pretty good. For our basic cards, we have Cannonball, so a cost of 3. Thwart of 2, attack of 2, only 2 health. Interrupt, when Cannonball would take any amount of consequential damage, reduce the amount by X, where X is the number of aerial cards in your hand. That's very interesting. So if you always have 2 aerial cards in your hand, when he activates, he won't take any. It seems pretty good. Soaring Hearts, which is the same from the Psylocke pack, works with, so Psylocke is our signature ally in this set. 3 copies of Soaring Acrobatics. So when an aerial character you control uses a basic power, exhaust Soaring Acrobatics, that character gets +1 to that power for this use. And we have a new resource card, the Power of Flight. Double the number of resources this card generates when paying for an aerial card. And we have 3 of those. So this seems to go all in on aerial as a keyword, which is something that's really been lacking throughout the history of the game. So for his deck, we have Psylocke as signature ally, cost 3, thwart 1, attack 1. 3 health. Hero responds after Psylocke attacks. If you are Angel, heal 1 damage from Psylocke. If you're Archangel, ready your hero. We have, for our events, 2 copies of Razor Dive, aerial attack. Deal 6 damage to an enemy. If you are Archangel, this attack gains overkill and piercing. Nice. 2 copies of Natural Flight. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. If your Angel is thwart, ignores the crisis icon on the patrol keyword. Some nice burst thwarting there. Metamorphosis, 2 cost event, change form. Then if you are Warren, draw 1 card. If you are Angel, remove 2 threat from a scheme. If you're Archangel, deal 3 damage to an enemy. Aerial agility, aerial defense. Hero interrupt when an enemy attacks. If you are Angel, ignore each boost icon and each boost ability for this attack. Archangel, give your hero a tough status card and gain retaliate 1 for this attack. So that's very interesting. Getting tough before you're hit and retaliate 1 is pretty good. Adaptive Plumage, a 3 cost event, aerial attack, and thwart as a hero action. Thwart, if you are Angel, remove 3 threat from a scheme and confuse an enemy. Hero action attack, if you are Archangel, deal 4 damage to an enemy and stun it. For our upgrade, we have Techno-Organic Wings. Hero action, exhaust Techno-Organic Wings. If you're Angel, ready your hero. If you're Archangel, reduce the cost of the next aerial event card you play from your hand this phase by 2. And our support card is a 1 cost Worthington Industries. Exhaust Worthington Industries, shuffle 1 aerial card from your discard pile into your deck. If you're in its alter ego form, draw 1 card. And then we have more, well, these are his signature resources. Avian Anatomy responds after you spend this card to pay for an aerial event, return that event to your hand after resolving its effects. Very interesting. So, and of course, let's go over Angel first to see what he's capable of. So he's got 12 hit points. Oh, actually, let's start on his... He's a 3-form hero, so we haven't had one of these for a long time since Wasp and Ant-Man. So Warren, as an alter ego, has 3 recovery. Regrowth action, heal 1 damage from Warren Worthington once per round. And he has a hand size of 6. Then we have him as Archangel. Thwart of 0, attack of 2, defense of 3, but an acceleration icon. Angel of Death responds after you play an aerial event, deal damage to an enemy equal to that event's printed cost. So an enemy, that's interesting because you don't have to necessarily target the same one that you have played an aerial event on. And it could be any aerial event, not just, not an attack, can be a defense card. And Angel, a thwart of 2, attack of 1, and defense of 2. Angel of Light responds after you play an aerial event, draw 1 card, limit once per phase. So, going to be a lot of form changing for him. So I thought it'd be kind of fun. I went and had a look at some of the which scenario to go up against. I thought it'd be kind of funny that you have a rich guy, rich industrialist who's also a superhero, take on a rich industrialist who is also a supervillain. So I chose Risky Business for Green Goblin. I thought it was kind of an interesting matchup. So for this one, we have, starting on Norman Osborn, we're playing an expert, of course, so he has 18 health, a 2 scheme, and no attack. As a force interrupt, when Norman Osborn would attack, place 2 infamy counters on Criminal Enterprise. Force interrupt, when Norman Osborn would take any amount of damage, remove that many infamy counters from Criminal Enterprise. When, of course, when that happens, if you remove these, it flips over to State of Madness. He becomes Green Goblin. He does 4 damage when he flips over, to each, 4 indirect to each player. And that's your opportunity to actually do some damage to him. But you got to watch out because you will take those hits every time that he flips. And it's interesting that Warren seems to have a fair amount of healing. And we do have at least one stun capability and one or two stun capabilities and confuse to keep us safe. So he has a two-stage scheme. First one is hostile takeover. Let's say that in this case he's not trying to take over Stark Industries, but he's trying to take over Worthington Industries. So it's a 7 threshold. When completed, place 1 infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise, then discard 1 card from each player's deck for each infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise. Starts with 2, goes up by 1 each turn. So this is going to be fun. We'll see how well the precon does. I mean, it looks good on paper. We'll see how it does. 1 flying hero against 1 flying villain, both of them who are businessmen. So let's see who gets the business. Yeah, that's bad. I apologize for that. Okay, we'll be back after I shuffle with Angel taking on Green Goblin. All right, we're back. We're shuffled up, and we are ready to go. We've got our starting 6 cards. So we have Taunt, Elixir, Soaring Hearts, Ever Vigilant, Containment Strategy, and Aerial Agility. Okay. So what do we have here? So Soaring Heights, we don't have Psylocke, so that's not good. A couple things before we really get into it. We might have some glare going on here. I'm still, I've had to change my shooting area. So I hope that we don't have too much glare. I think it'll probably settle down. And also, yeah, I've got these ink stains on my hands. I picked up one of my wife's fountain pens, and it started to leak on me, so that's why I've got this. So, good thing I sleeve my cards. Anyway. Ever Vigilant would be pretty good. We could get that off. We don't have a side scheme to put this on as of yet, anyway. Elixir might be good, but pretty expensive. Taunt and Aerial Agility are probably going to work pretty well together. So I think we're going to drop these 3, keep these. So Natural Flight, Ever Vigilant again, and Avian Anatomy. Okay. Let's see. Let's switch to do we switch to Archangel? Since he does more, I think we want him to do the damage to flip him to Osborne's side. So we're going to do that. We're going to flip to Archangel. We're going to not do that yet. We want to attack for 2. So that's going to take 2 off of Criminal Enterprise. It's going to flip this to State of Madness. So 2 go back on here. He's going to flip. We're going to take 4. from his indirect ability. Then we're going to play, how do we want to do this? Okay, I don't think we're doing it twice. So we're going to use Avian Anatomy and our other Ever Vigilant to pay for Ever Vigilant. So we're going to ready and remove 2 threat off the scheme. We played an aerial event. Oh, so our Ever Vigilant comes back because we played Avian Anatomy, which is good. It costs 2, so we're going to do 2 damage to Green Goblin. Next, we're going to, so we'll limit once per phase that happens. Okay. We're going to spend Natural Flight to pay for Taunt. So the villain attacks. And as an interrupt, we're going to play Aerial Agility. So he's going to attack. He's attacking for 4, 5, 6, and 1 comes off of here. But Aerial Agility gives us a Tough card and Retaliate 1. So it's going to get tough, but it's going to get blown off because of the attack, and Retaliate hits him for 1. And then we're going to draw 3 cards off of Taunt. 1, 2, 3. Ever Vigilant, Razor Dive, and Techno-Organic Wings. I think there's not much we can do with these. I could Ever Vigilant, like attack and then Ever Vigilant again, but there's no threat on the main scheme, so I don't think it's worth it. So we're just going to attack for 2. So wait, he was at 18, he took 2, then he took another 2, and then 1. So he's at 13. Okay. I think we're just going to hang on to these. Okay. Stand up. Draw 2. Razor Dive, Techno-Organic, Razor Dive, Aerial Agility. Oh wow, okay. Interesting. So, yeah, I wouldn't be able to get Techno-Organic out. Yeah. Okay. So, 2 threat goes on because we have an acceleration token because we're Archangel. He's going to attack. He's attacking for 4, so we are going to have to defend here. So he's a +1, 2. All right. So we take 2. And he's going to flip back to the Norman side. Counter card. Surge. Oh no. Villain attacks. Okay. When Norman would attack, place 2 infinite counters. Okay. Okay, well this allows us to take a little bit of a break. We are going to flip to Angel side. We're going to thwart. Then we're going to put out Techno-Organic Wings. Oops. And hang on to our Ever Vigilant. So now we can ready. It's not an aerial event, so I can't draw a card. Okay. So we're going to ready. We're going to hang on to our Ever Vigilant, and we're going to ping them for 1. I think next turn we're probably going to be flipping down. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're flipping to his alter ego side. So we have Ever Vigilant, Natural Flight, Aerial Intervention, Metamorphosis, and Taunt. Okay. I think Metamorphosis is going to be a good play for us here. So, threat goes on. He would attack, but he's not going to, so he's going to get 2 onto Criminal Enterprise. He's outsmarting us right now. Encounter card, Oscorp Manufacturing. When revealed as Norman, he gets an additional 1. So, comes in with 3. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. I think Taunt is going to work here. So we're going to thwart 2 off the side scheme. Then Ever Vigilant. To stand up, remove 2 threat from the main scheme. That's going to draw us a card. So we used an aerial event. Then we're going to thwart again to get that off. Then we're going to ready Angel. Then we're going to flip to Warren. He's going to heal. We're going to use as an action to heal 1. Then we're going to heal. Go to 10. Then we're going to use Metamorphosis to flip to Archangel. We're still exhausted. We're going to do 3 damage to enemies, so it's going to take 3 off of criminal enterprise. Wow, that was a lot of form changing and healing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have Siren, Psylocke, Power of Flight, and Containment Strategy. Well, I mean, it's good. We're going to be able to get Siren out pretty easily here. Okay. Because we have an acceleration token, 2 is going to go on here. He's going to attack, but he can't. So 2. Counter card. Shadows of the Past. Okay. So out comes Harpoon and his scheme. So Harpoon, scheme of 1, attack of 1. Brute Marauder, 6 health. Harpoon gets +1 attack while attacking a character with the aerial trait. When revealed, discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard an event. Take indirect damage equal to that event's printed cost. Ugh, okay. Okay, so first things first. Oh, and his scheme, hook, line, and sinker comes in with 2. After a friendly character takes any amount of indirect damage, exhaust that character. Okay. Oh, and when revealed, discard. Oh yeah, we have to do the damage. There's an event, and we take 3. Oh, 7. And we are exhausted. 6 health, huh? Okay. Well, I feel like we're going to have to play out Siren. I don't think we have much of another choice here. Okay. Now, luckily, Siren will allow us to stun Harpoon. So we're going to flip down, or flip over to Angel. We're going to do ready. We're going to thwart 2 off of hook, line, and sinker. We're not going to be able to play an aerial event here. let's do 2 damage to Harpoon. And Harpoon's going to get stunned. So we kind of wiggled our way out of that, but it's still not great. I'm going to hang on to Psylocke. Norman's kind of getting away from us here. Going to hang on to Psylocke, get rid of containment strategy. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, so back to Norman. 1 threat goes on. Pardon my dog in the background if you can hear it. She's agitated by something. He's going to scheme. Oh, sorry, he's going to attack, but he can't. So we're starting to run out of... He's got a lot on here. Starting to run away. Then Harpoon will try and attack, but he can't because he's stunned. Encounter card. Private Security Specialist. As a guard. 4 health. Okay, that's fine. Okay, back to us. Soaring Acrobatics is really good as a skill. Render Medical Aid. Also really good. And that costs nothing to put out, so I'm kind of happy about that. What to do here? Soaring Acrobatics is really good for thwarting. We don't have any aerial events going on. We can get some massive heals off. Okay. So let's put out Render Medical Aid. No, Soaring Acrobatics is just too good. Gonna hang on to Psylocke still. Let's put out Acrobatics. So first thing we're gonna do is that we're going to use Siren to hit Harpoon for another 2. Stunning him again. Then we're going to thwart using Soaring Acrobatics, the full 3 off of Render Medical Aid. So that leaves the game. We heal 2 off of Siren and 3 off of ourselves. Then we ready again and we thwart again. Now, no, it's too, we can't do that, so. Did we play an aerial? No, we did not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Psylocke, Angel's Airy, Aerial Intervention, Power of Flight, and Taunt. Okay. So, threat goes on. 2 more go on to criminal enterprise. Oh boy. One day we'll get there. I knew this one would be a bit of a grind. It just always sort of is. Harpoon cannot attack. Private security guard specialist, however, can. So take 1. Encounter card. Mad Genius. Discard the top card of your deck for each infamy counter on criminal enterprise. Wow. Okay, so there are 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there are no more to discard. He gets an encounter card for next time. Alright, well, sure. I mean, it's not great, but it's not awful. Alright, so Psylocke, Angel's Airy, Aerial Intervention, Power Flight, and Taunt to work with. Let's see what we can do. Alright, so we can definitely get rid of Harpoon just on our own. We can do a lot of work if we flip to Archangel this time. How many aerial events do we have? None really. That is unfortunate. Oh, after we play an aerial event, we don't have any. Or we have 1, Aerial Intervention, but what good does that do for us? Nothing. Okay. I think we're just going to get Psylocke out and hang on to Power of Flight. Okay. So let's go to Psylocke. What can we do here? We're going to flip. No. We're going to thwart. Then we're going to flip to Archangel. Then we're going to have Psylocke attack security guard, which will stand up Archangel. Then we're going to use Soaring Acrobatics to give +1 to the attack to take out the security specialist. Then we'll have Siren attack and take out Harpoon. Nothing we can really do here because we didn't play an aerial event. Okay, so are we in a position now to actually start doing some damage? 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope so. Aerial intervention, aerial agility, taunt, and metamorphosis. Huh. Maybe, but maybe not enough. Okay. 1 threat goes on. 2 more go on to criminal enterprise. We have 10 to chew through. First encounter card. He gets a glider. Not that he's really going to use it right now. Next, Oscorp Manufacturing. Okay. Oh boy. So, we have a lot to figure out this turn. Aerial events. Okay, so we're not going to be able to taunt him. We can get a free metamorphosis. Which will do some damage. Okay. So let's start with an actual attack. So soaring acrobatics, +1 to his attack. So we're going to do 3. And Psylocke can attack, doing 1. And then we ready. Oh, we haven't played that yet. Then Siren can attack and do 2 and stun. What else can we do? Okay, so let's metamorphose. Yeah, okay. We're going to reduce the cost of this by 2, so we're going to get a free metamorphose, I should say. And we are going to change to Warren. So we're going to draw a card. And we're going to heal 1 as our action on Warren. Now, I don't think that went off. deal damage to enemy equal to it as a response, but we had already switched, so the response doesn't work. That's fine. So we have an avian anatomy. So then we're going to flip to Angel. Just not a lot we can do here. Can't force him to attack. I think we sort of mistimed things here. Okay. Well, it is what it is. So we're going to thwart 2 off of there. Okay. We're going to hang on to what we have, because on our next turn we should be able to get rid of criminal enterprise. Okay. So 2 is going to go on the main scheme. He's stunned, so nothing goes on the criminal enterprise, finally. Encounter card. He gets another glider? He's got double glider? Okay, sure. That's a thing. Okay. What do we do? Okay, we're going to thwart. We're going to ready. We're going to soaring acrobatics to thwart. We can't get everything off of there. Okay. We can actually. Okay, so we're going to flip Yeah, because we started as Angel. We're going to switch to Archangel. We're going to attack with Psylocke. We're going to ready. We're going to attack with Siren. That will not, of course, stun, because Norman is not a minion. Then we're going to attack with Archangel. So now, he's going to flip. And we take 4. So we're down to 6. Now, do we taunt him into attacking? Because we have aerial intervention to play. As a hero action, we could always get rid of it's tempting. Because right now he's at a 6 attack, and that might kill us. So we're going to have to get rid of oh no, we can sequence this there. Okay, alright. So we definitely can get rid of these two to get rid of one of the Goblin Gliders. Then, oh no, we're going to have to do this a different way. Hold on. So we can taunt him. Okay, so intervention doesn't do us any good. So we're going to taunt him. So he's going to attack for a ridiculous amount. So attacking for 6, 7. But we're going to use avian agility. So we're going to get a tough card to ignore it, and we get retaliate 1, so he's going to take 1 damage in return. Aerial agility comes back to our hands. We do 1 damage because we played an aerial card. So that goes, and then we draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that worked out okay. None of these do a lot for us right now. I mean, we could ready and get some more damage in. So we might as well do that. Ready, do 2 more damage. Put out Worthington. We want to put an aerial event back into our hand. Or back into our deck. I think Metamorphosis is really good. And on the bottom, just into our deck. Okay. We'll hang on to aerial agility. All right, slowly getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aerial agility, containment strategy, ever vigilant, aerial intervention, and warpath. Okay. So, threat goes on. He's going to attack. He's attacking for 6. That's a lot. 6. Okay, so he's going to flip. So it's still still an attack. I can't remember how this sequence is. Because that caused that to flip to that. So this is still after the fact. So, yes, it's still an actual attack. Okay. So we're going to aerial agility, which will give us a tough card to ignore the damage. Gives us retaliate 1, and because we're in Archangel form, he flips back immediately and then does 4 damage to us. Ugh. So we're down to 2. Wow, that was a weird sequence, but okay. Yeah. Encounter card. Hard gun. So choose to either give the villain 1 face down boost card or place 2 infamy counters on criminal enterprise. So he's going to have to get a face down boost card. Okay. That was a pretty wild turn. So what to do here, because we are hurt. Okay, we're Archangel, so we are going to use that to pay for Ever Vigilant. No, not yet, because we haven't done anything to warrant that. Okay. We're going to attack for 3 against the hired gun. Then, and that was 2 cost, so it's going to do 2 damage to Goblin. Then we're going to use Titan Organic Wings to play Ever Vigilant for free. No, wait, what did I do? Oh, I got ahead of myself there. Yeah, so he's still going to take the damage, but after I got a little ahead of myself there. So Ever Vigilant is going to happen. 2 threats going to come off of here. That does the 2 damage. We're ready off of that. We are going to flip to Alter Ego. We're going to use his action to heal 1. Then we're going to heal for 3. Then we're going to shuffle an aerial card. I think it's going to be Ever Vigilant into our deck. To draw a card. So Metamorphosis. I think we need to stay in this form for this turn. But I'm going to keep everything but Aerial Intervention. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is, as I said, this is quite the grind. Okay. So, Metamorphosis, Warpath, Adapted Plumage, Soaring Acrobatics, Elixir, and Power of Flight. So we have a fair amount here to work with. Okay. Threat goes on. He cannot scheme, so he loses 1 off of State of Madness. This doesn't get used because he's not using it. Encounter card. Harpoon's Harpoon. Okay. So Harpoon gets a Harpoon. Well, that's a pain. Because this brings him in. So, when revealed, discards. And we have to look for an event. Right off the bat, so we take 2. Okay. All right. Well, we know Harpoon's got to go. How do we leverage this? Okay, first things first. We're going to put an aerial card back into our deck. It's going to be Metamorphosis. And then we're going to draw a card. And it's Metamorphosis. Wow, okay. This is going to be an interesting turn. So we do know that we have to heal because we'll use our action to heal. And then heal again to 8 because ouch. Then oh man, we have so much to work with here. Getting a stun off would be very good for us against Green Goblin. So we are going to flip to Archangel. We will use do we? Or do we want to flip to Angel first? Let's think about this. Angel draws us a card. So we have to try and get rid of Harpoon. Okay. Okay. We're going to ready. We're going to use Power of Flight to Metamorphosis. So, action change form. So the response happens after we change, so that's not going to work. So, we are going to change to Archangel. We're going to do 3 damage to an enemy. So that's going to be 3 to Harpoon. As a response, we played an aerial event. So we're going to do 2 to Goblin. Okay. Then we're going to use Soaring Acrobatics plus our attack to do 3 to Harpoon. So Harpoon's gone. Next, yeah, we want to use Adaptive Plumage. I think I want to keep Warpath around. Or do I want to have Metamorphosis? No, we want Warpath in our hand. So 1, 2, 3 for Adaptive Plumage. We're going to do 4 damage to Goblin, so he's down to 1. Oh no. But he's stunned. So it's going to give us a tiny bit of a break, and we're going to hang on to Warpath. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is quite the back and forth. Okay. Avian Anatomy, Air Vigilant, Aerial Agility, and Soaring Acrobatics. Well, Soaring Acrobatics is nothing more than a resource for us now. Okay. Let's give ourselves some more room here. So, 2 threat go on because we are Archangel. He is stunned, so we cannot attack. Encounter card. Pumpkin bombs. he's got everything now. Absolutely everything. Okay. So he is down to 1, which is what we like. Now, when he flips, we're going to take a lot of damage. Do we flip to Angel? Because we only have to do 1 damage. We can draw a card. Alright, so we're going to thwart for 3. This may be foolish, but that's what we have to do. Then we're going to ready. We're going to attack for 1. So. We take 4. And we are going to have to play out Warpath to survive. Okay. Because he is tough. Oh, do we want to put anything with the aerial back in our deck? Probably. And I feel that's going to be the usual. They're vigilant. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Adaptive Plumage, Soaring Hearts, Taunt, Natural Flight, and Power of Flight. Okay. So threat goes on. He's going to attack for a lot, but we're going to have Warpath get in the way. Oh yeah, sorry. He's at 22 health now. Warpath defends against 6. And he heals but doesn't do anything, so it's still 6. 7. Okay. Which causes this to happen. So it's still 7. This flips over. He flips back. Bombs still go off. Now, Warpath allows us to play a card with a hero action. I think that we are going to use adaptive plumage. So we're going to do this for adaptive plumage, which is going to get 3 off a scheme, which don't really need to do, but it's also going to confuse Norman. As a hero action, we can get rid of some of these stupid things, so we're going to count our wild card as we're going to count our wild card here as a strength and get rid of the bombs. I mean, we can attack for 1, which is all we really need to do. Ready. Flip to Warren, use his action to heal, and then heal 3 more to go back to 6. We don't need to use Worthington Industries right now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Air Vigilant, Razor Dive. It's going to be good for us. 2 Razor Dives, Cannonball, Ever Vigilant, and Containment Strategy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do a lot of damage on this turn. See what happens. Okay. One throw goes on. He would scheme, but he can't because he's confused. Counter card. He's going to scheme. Of course. Of course. Scheming for 3, 4, 5. Narrowly avoiding that flipping. That's awful. Okay. At least we have some Ever Vigilance. So, first thing to do, we're going to heal. We're actually going to heal again because we're just way too hurt and we know what's going to happen when he flips. Let's flip Okay. Let's put an aerial card. I really like adaptive plumage, so that's going back. And then we draw a card. Natural Flight. I think we need to do a lot of thwarting here. and then do damage the turn after that. So, flipped Angel. We're going to ready. We're going to thwart for 3. We're going to put out Cannonball. 2, 3. We still have 3 aerial cards in our hand, so that's good. So now Sam can thwart for free, which is fantastic. And I think we are actually going to attack with Warpath. Oh, yeah, so we're not actually going to play a flight card or an aerial card this turn. But I think we are going to have Warpath do some attack work. Which is going to flip Norman. Again. So we take 4. I think I'm going to ditch Ever Vigilant. Everybody's going to stand up. One. Two, 3. Residived, Adaptive Plumage, Soaring Hearts, and Avian Anatomy. Okay. So, threat goes on. He's attacking for 6. Warpath's going to get in the way. 6. Thank you, Warpath. 2 encounter cards. Hired Gun. Give the villain a face-down boost card or place 2 infamy counters. So we are going to give him a face-down boost card. Counter card, all in a day's work. Oh my god. Okay. Here we go again. Unbelievable. Okay, entirely believable, but so annoying. Okay. Oh. So very annoying. So first things first, Sam is going to thwart for free because we have so many aerial cards. Actually, no, sorry, he's not going to do it. We're going to do this differently. We are going to hit the hired gun for 1. Cannonball will hit the hired gun for 2. And we're going to ready. Then we're going to adaptive plumage, which is going to come back to our hand anyway because we used avian anatomy. We're going to take 3 off the main scheme and confuse him again. Astonishing. Then we're going to flip down. We played an aerial card. Right? Yes, we're going to draw a card. Power of Flight. Okay. We don't dare use this yet, but I think I'm just going to hang on to that card. We're going to flip down. We're going to use his action and then heal for 3, so we're back up to 10. We're going to hang on to what we have. Draw 3. Oops, 1, 2, 3. We're not going to use Worthington Industries right now. Razor Dive, Adaptive, Power of Flight, Ever Vigilant, Natural Flight, and Metamorphosis. Okay. Threat goes on. He would scheme, but he can't because he's confused. Counter card. Surge, and we have to exhaust. And he gets his pumpkin bombs back. Okay. So, we're going to use our action to heal. Back up to 11. We are going to use Worthington Industries to bring back a Razor Dive. Into our hand. We get Siren. Interesting. Okay. We are going to flip to Archangel. Sam is going to attack for 2. Causing Norman to flip again back to his villain side. We take 4. Okay. We are going to play an aerial card. We're going to reduce the cost by 2. It's going to be adaptive plumage. So this is going to do 4 damage to Goblin, down to 18, plus the cost because of his Angel of Death. So he's going down to 15. He is going to be stunned. Next. Can't metamorphose. We could Ever Vigilant. We could also get Siren out. Or we could do a Razor Dive. I think we need to start piling on the damage while we have the resources to do it. So Siren and Power of Flight are going to pay for a Razor Dive. So that's going to do 6 more. So he's down to 9. I think we want to hang on to these 2 for the amount of damage that we can do next turn. But we've got him stunned, which is the important thing. One, two, 3. Ever Vigilant, Metamorphosis, Elixir, Ever Vigilant, Power of Flight. Okay. So 2 threat goes on. He's stunned. Encounter card. When revealed, discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard an event. Take indirect damage equal to that event's printed cost. Okay. Event and Aerial. So we take 1 and it surges. The villain heals X damage, or X is equal to double the... Okay, so he's going to heal for 6. Damn it. It's back up to 15. Well, that didn't go the way we wanted it to. So, what can we do? Okay. Okay, so area, so Cannonball, an attack for 2, for free. We can attack for 3. We can Ever Vigilant for free off of Techno-Organic Wings. So 2 comes off of here. We do 2 to the Goblin. Yeah, if he hadn't healed, I think we would have won. Okay. We're going to flip to Angel. We're going to play Metamorphosis. Fortunately, we're not going to get his card draw trigger, but we're going to flip back to Archangel. We're going to do 3 damage, down to 5. Then we're going to attack for 2. So he's down to 3. Okay. Yeah, we would have won on that turn. We're going to ditch Elixir. We're going to hang on to Ever Vigilant. One, two, three, 4. Now, with any luck, Ever Vigilant, Metamorphosis, Taunt, Containment Strategy. Okay. 2 Threckles in the main scheme. He's going to attack. He's attacking for a whopping 6. We're going to have Cannonball get in the way. 6, 7, 8. The bombs go off. Encounter card. Oh, he's going to attack. Okay, we're going to use Soaring Acrobatics to give us a defense of 4. So he's at +2. If we get a +2 right now, we die. A 1. Additional card. Oh my god, we live on 1. But we don't because of the bombs. Oh my god. That is unbelievable. And there's nothing we can do. To stop that. He had a base of 4, then 2 more. So he was at a +2. Then we remove. Sorry if there's a little glitch there. Looks like I ran out of time. I'm not sure what happened there. My camera stopped. Okay. So we are going to ditch both of these and keep Metamorphosis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Metamorphosis, Angel's Airy, Razor Dive, Taunt, Metamorphosis. Okay. We may be in good shape here. We'll see. Threat goes on. He's going to scheme for 3. 4. Oh no, just 3. Just 3. Encounter card. Choose to either spend 2 resources of any type or give the villain a 1 face down boost card. You know what? He can have a face down boost card. Because I think we now are in a position to win. We can take the hit from the bombs and then hit him for 3. For sure. So first of all, we're going to heal. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Just got to sequence this properly. Oh, we can just Razor Dive him. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to flip to Archangel. We're going to attack for 3 using our Soaring Acrobatics. This is going to flip. Then he flips. We take 4. We're down to 2. And then, because we can, we'll just spend everything on our Razor Dive to hit him for 6, taking him out. Wow, what a grinder. Like, it always is a real grind with risky business to go back and forth like this, but oh my god, so a lot of things happened in that game. I'm glad I reread Pumpkin Bombs. We wasted some resources earlier on to get rid of them. But we got some real luck in terms of the kind of cards that we pulled when we needed to pull them. Because it was just, the back and forth was absolutely brutal in this one. I apologize for the little glitch there. I don't know what happened. I think I was running out of file space. So it, unfortunately, you didn't get that one part of the video, but I think you can imply or get the impression of what happened there. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun and a real grindy game. That took a lot longer than I expected it to. But wow, tremendous amount of fun. Again, the precon comes through. Pretty solid. I would like to see this as a trend going forward. Like, I don't know how Domino or Cable worked very well as their precons, but I like this new design decision to make the precons viable, at least in these 2 cases that I've played. So I encourage people to go watch my Psylocke versus Rhino game to see how that one turned out. Now, against much harder villains, probably not, but I think this one worked out okay. Certainly not a slam dunk, but wow, what a back and forth mess that was. So there we have it. Norman Osborn finally goes down after a hard-fought battle in the boardroom and in the air. Archangel, Angel, and Warren, all the same person, of course, finally takes down Green Goblin. Well, thank you very much for watching. Again, I apologize for the glitch that happens in this video. And until next time, happy gaming. Thank you so much for watching Longship Gaming. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It will really help the channel to grow and improve. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when more Longship Gaming content goes live. Until next time, happy gaming.